Fleshies! Welcome, morbid minds and curious souls, to the boneyard. Pull up a tombstone, dust off a skeleton, and settle in. Because tonight, I have a tale for you that proves that crushers truly never die, or even age a day. Get ready to sink your teeth into the endless secret. Try not to get too attached. Some relationships here are eternally complicated. And now, the Ageless Secret. Kelly Reese is a 24-year-old college student who goes to a local university where a dashing young student has recently started attending. His name is Nathaniel Edwards, and he's from the UK. He is an actual lord. Kelly has never been out of the US. Nathaniel has been away from the UK for quite a while. He loves ancient history, and that is his major. Kelly has class tonight with him. It's a night class, and Nathan can only take night classes. Kelly noticed a man right away when he walked into the class on that first day. She was immediately taken by Nathaniel when he entered the room. His brown eyes and dark brown hair and chiseled chin caught her attention. Kelly, though, is much too shy to approach him. There's an air of mystery about him. On top of being handsome, he also has a very British accent. Nathaniel is also very smart. If she didn't know better, she would swear that he lived through history. The same history that the class is about. They are in a class whose topic is the Dark Ages in England. She wonders if anyone else in the class has noticed his looks. He has a secret, though, and it has to do with why he can only take night classes. Kelly is in her last semester of class and will be graduating in a couple of months. Graduation is looming closer and closer for her. When she graduates, she will never see this man again, and that will be a sad day for sure. Kelly will eventually move away from this city. She'll be one of those ladies who never marries and instead is married to her job as a teacher. She'll no doubt have nights when she flashes back to her college days, and she'll wonder about her handsome classmate. His countenance is forever burned in her mind. Out of all her regrets, he is her number one regret. If she only knew his secret, she might be less inclined to remember him. Nathaniel hides his secret very well. Nathaniel has always kept his secret well hidden. He does what he does in order to continue his existence. He always keeps people at a distance. Life, if you call it that, is less complicated with people and their drama out of his life. Plus, he doesn't need anyone getting attached to him. His life is no place for anyone, and that includes a certain woman who sometimes haunts his thoughts. She got away before he could get to her. And what he doesn't know is that she is holding on to his memory. Flash forward a few years. He's now teaching at a college that is 200 miles away from where they first met each other. He prefers to move around every so often. It keeps people from connecting the dots. He doesn't need the job, but it does give him a serious advantage because it makes it look like he belongs in society. In a few decades, he'll get a surprise. It may even change how he exists. Moving forward 30 or 40 years into the future, Nathaniel is about to leave his office to go to a classroom. He spots a face amongst a crowd that he recognizes. Despite the grays in her hair, this person is none other than Kelly. He tries to get past her, but she recognizes him. She can't believe her eyes. Instead of stopping him, she follows him into the classroom and takes a seat. She can't believe her eyes or her ears. He appears to have never aged. Perhaps this man is Nathaniel's son, but he has all the same mannerisms and the voice belongs to Nathaniel as well. It's not possible, but it has to be. At the end of the lecture, she decides enough is enough, and she follows him quietly. As he passes by a mirror in the hallway, she stops in her tracks. She stares at the mirror in disbelief. She doesn't see his reflection. As she passes the mirror, she calls out to him, "Nathaniel?" He stops and turns around. "I wondered when you would speak up. How could he have known that she was there? You haven't aged at all. How is that possible?" He can't allow her to just figure this out on her own. He must control it and then deal with it. "It is very possible for me to never have aged. Please come to my office and I will explain how I managed to stay so young," he says as he turns around and heads back to the office. No one is around right now, so no one can hear him. Her mind is racing. At the end of a long hallway, he stops and unlocks the door. He then invites her into the room and then closes the door once she's inside. "Please, sit down." He invites her to sit down. He goes around to the desk. Kelly sits, and then Nathaniel sits as well. She studies him for a second before Nathaniel speaks. "Are you sure you want to know why I haven't aged?" She makes it clear that she wants to know how he appears so young. "I'm a vampire. A well-fed vampire." Hearing him say that makes her laugh. But then the man in front of her is being dead serious. She doesn't say anything, but then it slips out of her mouth. "If you really are a vampire, prove it." He opens his mouth and lowers his fangs as if he were going to bite her. She doesn't, though. She thinks it's a gimmick. So then he comes up with another way to prove to her, without any doubt, that Nathaniel is a vampire. a swirl of mist rises up from the ground, and as it does, his mortal frame vanishes, and in its place a bat appears. The bat flies around the room, then lands on her shoulder, and then returns to his desk. Again the mist rises up from the ground and swirls about him. The bat form vanishes, and in its place there is a wolf, a large black wolf. Once again, the mist raises up, and this time the human form returns. At first, she is speechless, but then she finds her voice. I guess you really are a vampire. I guess I shouldn't have doubted you. I saw you walk past the mirror in the hallway. I shouldn't have followed you. Then he says something that catches her off guard. I knew you were watching me when we were in class together. I knew you wanted to speak to me. You never did, though. I couldn't get myself to feed on you for some reason or another. Our monster laughed at those words. He could have chased her down, maybe turned her, but he would have gained nothing from that. But maybe she might want to get turned. Do you want to be turned? She thought about it for a second or two, and then looked at the vampire and shrugged her shoulders. I wouldn't have to bite you, he told her, and then showed her what he would do to her and for her. She thought about it some more, and then she made up her mind. I've been alive for years. I don't want to spend eternity as an old woman. He smiled at her. You can be my guardian if you wish. She nods her head. He hands her a card and then walks out the door. Goodbye, he says. Nothing is said between the two of them as she leaves. In time, she would choose to become a vampire. Anytime someone would ask, they would simply say that they were mother and son. They didn't share a coffin, but every evening she woke up to the crush that she had in college. Well, Fleshies, that's all the time we have for this tale from the Boneyard Scribe. Hope you enjoyed sinking your teeth into it. Remember, folks, if your college crush still looks exactly the same after 40 years, it might be time to ask some pointed questions. Until next time, stay spooky, stay curious, and always check for reflections in the mirror. Good night, and try not to get bitten on your way out. Goodbye, Fleshies. Pleasant nightmares, everybody. Goodbye.